Most of the time in society, you will hear you shouldn't judge someone at all. The ego wants to be good. The ego's not the bad guy. The ego has learned that being bad is really, really undesirable and not okay at all. And we're being told that if you judge someone, then you're bad. So what we tend to do is we suppress any thought or desire or any kind of awareness that we are judging someone in any way possible. Now, what we're learning is that how I feel 100% of the time is correct, because it's a communication from me to me about me. The thoughts that I have that go towards and create the beliefs that I do is communication to me. So if I believe something about a certain person and I make a judgment based on that belief, that's your system working correctly. It's working. But when people adopt this idea that I'm not meant to judge someone, what we do is we stop that communication. We stop the exploration. We stop the self-awareness that is possible in that moment. So what happens is you would think that, oh, I hate the way that that person behaves, or I hate the way that that person's hair looks. I don't like the hair color, and oh no, I'm judging. I shouldn't judge. And at that stage, it stops it. Anyone who's on a self-development journey wants to improve themselves. No one wants to be bad. And if anyone wants to be bad, that actually comes from trauma himself. So anyone who is on a self-development journey that catches themselves judging someone else, it's an opportunity for an exploration. And that exploration doesn't even necessarily mean it needs to go super, super deep, which leads me on to my next thing, which is being comfortable in my own view. I need to learn how to be comfortable and align with my own view, which will help me align with my own values as well. If I judge someone because they have a hairstyle that I don't like, and I say, I don't like that hairstyle, I can then explore, why don't I like that hairstyle? I can do the self-awareness exploration, and it might take me to understanding that in the past, someone with the same type of hairstyle bullied me or treated me terribly, and it's triggering all of that. And now that gives me opportunity to heal those parts of myself. Or it brings up my awareness to ideologies and beliefs that I've adopted from society or from people in my life. And I'm realizing that those beliefs are actually stopping me from being able to connect with people. So it allows more exploration and more understanding of myself. Along with that, I can validate that I don't like that hairstyle. Oh my God, you shouldn't judge people, but I don't like the hairstyle. I don't. Oh no, you shouldn't say that. And this is where it comes to the next point. Why shouldn't I say that? Mainly in the self-development, healing, spiritual circles and communities, it's more to do with, well, this is how you progress. And there's this kind of like expectation that you have to be this certain type version of a human. And that's your goal. Your goal is to be enlightened and be this perfect human that is just meditating all day, that it's all filled with love, and it's all bullshit. That is not the human experience at all. It's really, really not. This reality and existence has contrast. You cannot desire without experiencing what is not wanted. And what is not wanted will create some form of reaction. So if I expect life to be this perfect, everything is love and everything is peace, then I'm not living life. I'm truly not. So this expectation that, all right, well, I need to get to that idea is not realistic. But then you've got, okay, well, this is what I hear from coaches, from healers, from people that are teaching, because it's a way of manipulating the mind or reprogramming the mind. And yeah, sure, absolutely. But it needs to be done in the right way. If it's about catching why I am judging, and if I'm just judging unconsciously and I'm not raising my awareness of why I'm judging, then it's not judging that's wrong in that moment. It's my lack of awareness of why I'm behaving in this way in that moment. So I really need you to see that judging is not the issue. It's the lack of awareness of why I am judging in that way. Not even why I'm judging in that way. Society will be like, don't judge that person. And the same people that say that will sit down and watch X Factor or The Voice or Britain's Got Talent or any game show with judges on it. And they'll be like, oh, I love this show. It's like, hang on, what? You are literally watching someone be judged for what they're doing. It's judging. It's a judgment. It's still the same thing. You are being judged. If I can't judge someone, or I shouldn't judge someone, or if I'm stopping myself from judging someone, I can't work out if they're the type of person that I want to spend time with. I can't work out if I need to set a boundary with this person. If I can't work out if this person has toxic traits or healthy behaviors, or that's all a judgment. The first time I met every single one of you, you guys judged me. You judged me the first time you saw my video. I judged you. This is just how humans work. So I really need you to realize that it's not judgment or judging that's the issue. It's the lack of awareness of why I am judging and continuously living in that unconscious behavior that will keep me somewhere, which is what people are really trying to bring to your awareness by saying you shouldn't judge. And a lot of people will just say it because they've been told in, because their egos want to be good. The worst thing we do to ourselves is invalidate ourselves. That's what keeps us in our suffering. And when we judge someone and believe that we shouldn't, that's a huge invalidation to the parts of ourselves that are judging, that need to be understood. Our upbringing, the good behavior reward, bad behavior punishment, parenting style technique was extremely unsafe for us because it took us to a place of annihilation. When I lose that connection with my caregiver because I'm being punished, then I go towards annihilation, and that's when I experience trauma. And not only that, we hear our caregivers talking badly about others and judging them, so our whole perception and experience of judgment is that it's wrong and it's bad in so many different ways, in so many different lights. So the whole concept of judgment is something that we need to reprogram. And honestly, on the path of reprogramming this within yourself, you're going to trigger fuck out of so many people. Oh my God, you shouldn't judge. And you actually get to a place where you're not judging in that way. And the more you learn how to validate yourself, you don't even need that external conversation.